One of the things I know that a lot of people in the creative industry are worried about is AI. Hi, I'm Kathi. I'm a filmmaker, and I'm talking about my film, Reflections of a Life. Now, this film was made, what you might say, way back in the dark ages. It was shot on analog, not digital. And there was no such thing as AI. AI wasn't even in the lexicon back then. But there was digital music. People were writing music on computers at that time. And I know that when people first started writing music on computer, everybody was all upset about that because they thought there were not going to be ever any more live musicians and orchestras and everything. And of course, that didn't come to pass. There are still orchestras and there are still live recording sessions, but a lot of low-budget filmmakers, if you want to score your film, you do it in a synthesizer, you do it in a computer. Now, I do something a little bit different than that, and I started with this film, my first film. I take one instrument and I score it live in a studio, and I blend that with the synthesized instruments. What that does to your ear, the audience, is it makes everything sound like it was done live. When you hear the slight not perfectness of the way a human being plays an instrument, because a human being will play something that is absolutely not the way a computer plays. It's absolutely perfect, and a human being will not play it absolutely perfect. And when you hear that slight humanness in the way that the instrument is being played, it imbues the rest of the soundtrack with that humanness. So in this soundtrack, I gave that to the cello. We actually did it at my house. I didn't even take it into a studio. So we brought the cellist to the front room of my house and recorded her in the front room of my house. And I'm going to play one of those for you now. You heard that cellist playing live against the synthesized sounds, but it did make it all kind of sound organic, didn't it? If you'd like to see the film, half the proceeds go to support breast cancer research. And I'll be back with more.